back to the TechSpace, and in this video we're going to be going over how to get the best performance out of your CPU, out of your GPU, and out of your PC overall. So if you want to get the best performance, you've probably heard of something called overclocking. Overclocking basically is not only pushing the boundaries of your computer, but pushing it further than it's supposed to be pushed out of the factory, a factory new computer. So what we're going to be doing is a bit of overclocking for video games, for PC performance, basically just to speed up your PC. And I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very simple, so don't get intimidated by the outlay of this software or anything like that. Just know that it is very simple to do. Anyone can do it, and it's literally just a few buttons. So what we're going to want to do is go to techpowerup.com, download this piece of software called Throttle Stop. Once you download it, you'll get this ts_obsidian folder. You're just going to open it up and launch Throttle Stop. So you can see it's Throttle Stop, this application down here with the stop sign and the T in the middle. Load it up and you will get this screen right here. Now if you're having trouble downloading Throttle Stop, it's this little blue link right here. And if this doesn't work, click Show More Versions and download that one. But this link should work fine for you. And once you have Throttle Stop up, you'll get this screen. Now, this is the newer screen to Obsidian Throttle Stop. And basically what you're going to want to do is click on Performance over here in the top left corner. Click Performance, this little box way to the left. Click Clock Modulation, chipset clock modulation, set multiplier, and you're going to want to make sure these two top ones are 100% and the multiplier is as high as it can go. Now this isn't going to ruin your PC, it's not going to shut it down, it's not going to do anything, but make it perform faster, better, and make sure that all of the cores are running at their max capacity and even further. So again, don't have any hesitation towards this, you're not going to ruin your PC. Just check these three boxes. Then you're going to want to go to Start Monitoring right here. Make sure you click it and you'll get this data here on the top right side. Now what we want to do is click Speed Step, C1E, and BD ProChat. Make sure those three boxes are clicked. Make sure that this is switched to max power, as that will send the maximum amount of voltage through your PC just so that you can overclock the CPU, GPU, and everything else on your motherboard, as well as your memory. And next, what we're going to want to do is go down here, click Save, and then click Turn On. So it'll say Turn On here. I have mine off, or on already, so if I turn it off and turn it back on, all my settings are loading back up. It's overclocking my PC, and as you can see, it's running as fast as it can possibly go for the type of processor that I have in this current PC. So if you guys are having any performance issues, this is your problem solver basically. This is going to fix a lot of your problems, and overclocking is a safe thing to do. Don't think that it's, again, going to ruin your computer or it's going to cause any problems. So once you have this up, basically close out of everything, leave it up in the background. You can even minimize it if you want, and launch the game that you want to play, launch the program you want to use, launch whatever you want to do, and it'll run at max performance as long as you have these specific things set, this turned on, and make sure you save it. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any increase in performance, or if this video helped you at all, please subscribe and like and support the channel. Please, almost at 1,500 subscribers right now, so I'm trying to get up. So please like and subscribe. Give me some feedback if you guys have any questions about performance. Go to my channel or ask me a question in the comment section below, and I will answer your question as well as I can and help you fix issues if you have any issues. So again, thank you guys for watching. This is the TechSpace, and I will see you next time. Hey everybody, welcome back to the TechSpace, and in this video we're going to be going over Throttle Stop. So what Throttle Stop is it's an overclocking piece of software that you download, and it allows you to overclock your PC. It's basically the easiest form of overclocking, besides maybe one or two other pieces of software that do the same exact thing. So what you're going to want to do is go to throttle stop, or actually techpowerup.com. I'll leave the link to this download in the description. Click on this download link here, download it, and you will get this file. Once you get the ts_obsidian file, you'll open it up, and you'll get this folder. Just open it up and run this stop sign app that has a T in the middle that says throttle stop. Once you run throttle stop, you'll get tons of information on the screen, but don't be overwhelmed with all the information. Just bear with me and I'll go over basically the basics of all of this and then a longer form. So if you guys want to stay for the whole video, you can choose that, or you can just choose to go through the basic setup. So what we're going to want to do for gaming is go over here and click gaming if you're on a game, of course. And if not, click performance. I don't recommend going to internet or battery, but game and performance. So whether you're just on a game or you're just on your computer programming or whatever and you need your computer overclocked, go to performance. But I suggest go to game. Then what we're going to want to do is make sure that you have clock modulation at 100%, chipset, chipset modulation at 100%, set multiplier to the max that you can go to. So mine starts at 8 and it goes all the way up to 19. So I'm going to set mine to 19, set yours to as high as it can go as well. Now what we're going to want to do is go down here to where it says BD Pro Chat. You're going to want to click on that, go to a taskbar, and you can untick that. Speed step, click on speed step, C1E, you can click that one. And then we're going to go over here to where it says package power. Now you might have a different thing here. It might say min power or max power. Make sure that it says max power. Now what we're going to want to do is go down to limit reasons. Make sure that none of these are red. If they are, what you're going to want to do is go over here to BD ProChat and turn it off. But if your limit reasons are not red, you should be fine. Next, go to TPL. And under TPL, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have all of these set exactly how I do. So don't check any of the power limit 3 boxes. Leave these all the same. And what you're going to want to do is make sure the same for the rest of these. So don't change any of these settings and make sure that these are not changed. But what you're going to want to do is go to the PPO power limit, put it all the way up, as high as it can go, and as you can see, mine's stopping at 28, and then click apply. Click OK. Next, we're going to go to BCLK. Make sure that you have that setting showing up when you're on Obsidian, and then we're going to click C6, or what was it? Yeah, C6 right next to it. And you're going to want to make sure you have game up here. Go down and make sure you have C6 checked in this packet C state limit. And then we're going to go click apply again. And now you're set up to run your overclock. So what you want to do is turn it on with this button right here. And there you go. So your PC is now overclocking. And you can also start the monitoring if it's not started by clicking start monitoring. And you can see the change in temperature, the change in CPU usage for each one of your cores, and your chipset usage, and all of that good stuff. So you can see up here that I'm running at 1.9 megahertz approximately. So, I mean, not 1.9, but 1,900 megahertz or 1.9 gigahertz. And what we're going to want to do now is just click stop monitoring, because you don't want to monitor it. I mean, you can, but it probably makes your computer run a little bit slower depending on what type of PC you have. So you're just going to want to click stop monitoring, launch the game that you want to play, and you should be all ready and all set up. Now, for the extra part of this, what I suggest that you do is make sure that this is all on max power, the same exact settings, but when you're in, So this changes the temperature. If you click the temp button down here, make sure that it's on temp. Um, and then what we're going to want to do is go down here to options. You can actually save this as a profile so that every time you launch Obsidian or Throttle Stop, it will save and it will launch straight back into the same settings that you had it as. And you can do that just by going here and clicking in Profile 1, Profile 2, and then clicking OK. And then when you go back here, just make sure that you go down to Options again, and then make sure you're on the correct profile. So again, that's basically all you need to know about overclocking your PC. All the rest of these settings are really not for anything lower than a Core i7 processor. If you have a Core i7, then you can go ahead and mess with these settings. If you have an AMD or NVIDIA GPU, I suggest checking one of these boxes depending on which GPU you have. And again, this is by going to the main screen, clicking Options, and then look down here in Miscellaneous, click on the GPU you have, and that's basically it. You're going to click OK here at the bottom. Make sure you click Save so it saves your profile in the bottom left here. And make sure that your Obsidian is on again. So once it's on, once it's running, you can start monitoring it. You can try to benchmark your PC and try to get the best FPS out of it as possible, making sure that you're running as many gigahertz as possible and you're not maximizing, but getting more than the maximum performance from your PC that it's supposed to give you. So that's basically the basics of overclocking. I will have a video on BIOS overclocking, tons of different ways to overclock. If you want to check out my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Welcome back to the TechSpace, and this is the last video I'm going to make on Throttle Stop Obsidian, but it's going to be on just the best settings for Obsidian. I get a lot of questions asked on how to overclock, how to increase your performance, how to game better, how to get more FPS, how to have a better PC overall. So, that being said, I just want to go over the best settings for using Throttle Stop, and if you don't have it, I'll put the link in the description below to go download it. I have tutorials on actually how to use it, the settings about it, all of that. But for this video, I'm just going to go over the basics of just what I use, what helps me, and how I get the best performance out of Throttle Stop Obsidian. And I use this every single day when I'm gaming, no matter what I'm doing. Actually, I just load it up because it makes your PC perform better. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go through Obsidian. What we're going to want to do is, of course, launch up Obsidian. Make sure you have it launched as an administrator. And go over here to Performance. Tick Performance. Don't tick Game. I know it says Gaming. Don't tick Game. Click Performance. Make sure you have Modulation on at 100% for both of these settings. Multiplier all the way up. If you have Turbo, go to Turbo. It will say Turbo when you keep clicking this arrow. I don't, so it just goes to the max, which is 19, and that's basically it. So you have these three settings. Then we have Speed Step, C1E, BD ProChat. Check those three. Click Start Monitoring. Then what you're going to want to do is make sure this says max power right here. So click it till it says max power. You'll get the max voltage out of your PC. And then lastly, what we're going to want to do is go down here, click Save, and make sure that you have Throttle Stop turned on. So that's how you get the best performance. If you want to mess with any other settings, I suggest not doing it unless you're above a Core i7 and processor. So up here, if it says Core i7, or if you have, you know your processor more than likely. So if you know you have a Core i7, then go ahead and mess with the other settings. Check out my other videos, and I actually show you, what the other settings do and how they increase your performance. But for this video, again, we're just going over the best settings for Obsidian and what I use. So that's basically it. You have these settings, you click Save, make sure it's turned on, and you're done. So that's how you have the best performance from Throttle Stop. If anybody tells you different, don't listen to them, because 9 times out of 10, not trying to be rude, everybody on here watching this video probably isn't like the biggest techie, so to go ahead and actually start changing a lot of these settings. Some of them won't be changed back, and then you actually have to do extra things to remove your computer settings even after you delete the program through your BIOS. So you do not want to mess with anything again besides these things, because these things won't remain constant after I delete this program. So if you decide you don't want Obsidian anymore, or you don't want Overclock, you don't think it's increasing your performance, or you just don't see the point of it, your computer runs fine already, then just go ahead and delete it and all these things will be removed. But if you do go ahead and mess with all of this stuff down here, like this, and a lot of the other stuff, you will end up messing something up. So make sure you just have these settings here on my screen. Don't go any further unless you highly know what you're doing, and you've done overclocking before with different software and experimented with it, because you will mess your computer up again. So after you have these settings, turn it on. Again, that's how you use Obsidian, the best settings, and that's it. So you'll see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe and dislike the video if you didn't like the video if you did like it. I tried to show you guys, the best settings. Again, if you think there are some other settings that work better, please let me know in the description. You don't have to be rude about it. Just, let the community know about it. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section below. Please subscribe and like again, and I will see you guys next time.